Once you get to 16personalities.com, you are going to see this option right here, which is to take the test. So you're going to actually click through and you're going to click on take the test. Okay. It's going to take you about 12 minutes to do the full test. Okay. And all you have to do is go through, read the statement, and then click how much you agree or disagree. Okay. So for example, for this question, you enjoy vibrant social events with lots of people. I don't really like very loud social events. They make me anxious. So I would say I'm going to click this one because I don't hate them, but they're not my favorite. You often spend time exploring unrealistic yet intriguing or interesting ideas. Yes, I love those kinds of things, so I would click agree. And as you can see, you just go on through and through and through. So I actually have already completed the test. So as you can see, I'm just going to go ahead and log in. And then once you get done, you're going to see a page that is going to look a bit like mine. And so I'm explore my test results. And so I'm actually going to go to introduction. And it's going to take me to this page here. And so when you begin to analyze your personality type, this is kind of where you're going to start your journey, and you're going to be able to read. You can kind of speed read because you can kind of get the general idea. So for my personality, I am an INFJT. So that means I am introverted, intuitive, judging, and turbulent. So I'm a pretty introverted person. So when I'm looking at my introduction, this is kind of a summary of what type of person I am. So I love to help other people, and that's kind of the purpose that I have in my life, which is one of the reasons that I became a teacher, because I love to help. I love charity work, and I really enjoy helping other people, and that's very much my passion. So I typically do things with creativity, imagination, conviction, and sensitivity. I always want to create balance, meaning I want equality and I want everyone to be treated equally. I prefer to use love and compassion rather than fighting in order to soften and help a very tense situation. I'm also very soft-spoken. I typically prefer things that are, when I'm speaking, you'll probably notice that I have a very warm voice. I am very sensitive. I use very sensitive language. So I'm very much a feeling type person, which is very different from a more logical, mathematical type person. So this actually also talks about even some of the negative aspects of your personality. So some of the things that happen with me is I tend to work and push myself to my breaking point, where I might end up being exhausted and stressed out or anxious, and I'm just completely tapped out. So that's an example of how my personality can kind of go in the opposite direction. So once you get down to the bottom, you'll see that there are people like celebrities or popular historical figures that have a very similar personality type to you, and you'll be able to see like, oh, okay, I have the same personality type as Martin Luther King or Nelson Mandela, Mother Teresa. And these might be people that you want to look up because they are very similar to you, and they might have some similar belief systems or ways that they act that you can identify with. The next place you're going to go is strengths and weaknesses. And then you'll go, so as you can see, you have a menu over to the side that you can kind of click through and explore. It's going to take my computer a second, so I apologize for the wait time, guys. So then you've got strengths. So I'm very creative. I'm insightful. I am determined and passionate, and I'm altruistic, which means that I want to advocate for change that is positive, and I want everybody to be okay all the time. I want to make sure that everyone's well and happy. Some of the weaknesses I have. I am a very sensitive person. I'm vulnerable to criticism, conflict. I'm also very private. Um, I also am super perfectionistic, which means when I'm working on a project or I'm doing something, I want it to be perfect 100% all the time. And this can be very unhealthy because you can't be perfect all the time, right? So when I feel like I'm not reaching that ideal, it can make me very upset and very unhappy with myself. Um, I'm burning out easily, meaning like I just completely lose all my energy. It's gone because I've just poured myself into my work all day. After you get done with your strengths and weaknesses, you'll go to friendships, you'll go to career paths, and workplace habits. Now, if you want to explore any of these other options, if you want to look into romantic relationships, if you want to look into parenthood, because those are things that you're interested in, I would encourage you to do that. Just kind of maybe learn a little bit more, maybe find something different about yourself. Maybe this personality test was very informational for you. Maybe you learned a lot. And maybe you were like, this doesn't match me at all. And I want you to analyze this on your PowerPoint that this is on. So that way you can kind of tell me, do you think that this really matched who you were? Is it a little scary how close it was to who you are? Or was it not? So just kind of give me that information, analyze, dig into it. Hello, this is Miss Stone. Hello? Hello?